Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is March 22nd, and Baro is going to be returning to the Orcus Relay on Pluto. Later today, there's also a dev stream at 2 p.m. ET, covering Dante before he ships later next week on the 27th, so do be sure not to miss that if you want to see what's coming up, as well as the final details on Inaros rework and more quality of life features. I'll be co-streaming myself, so do make sure to stop by on Twitch. Let's see what Baro has brought. We have Rakta Syandana. I'm pretty sure this is not new, but if you want it, it is there. I always feel these kind of make you feel like you have insects, wing pieces on your back, and it's just not really my thing. Prisma Shade. Okay, so they buffed the stealth precept on this so that it has larger, I believe, larger radius or duration, like the Heroes Kubro. But at the very minimum, the thing I will always want to remind you is that if you have a Sentinel that's added to the game, or, well, that you don't own, pick it up. That's 9,000 mastery, 6k for itself, and 3k for the weapon that it comes with. Prime Devi Trauma, pretty niche these days, skippable, but if you want to pick it up for your collection, so be it. I think one of the old reasons to use it was for Baruuk Desert Storm, but it's not even used that much there anymore these days. Prime Sniper Ammo Mutation. I would say, really, the only reason to pick this up is if you're playing Perigale. If you don't like or care about the Perigale Sniper, you don't really need this. Prime Demo Stock. Shotgun Mag Cap. Now, this can be useful on certain stuff. Primarily, I keep this on my Kuva Hex sometimes, so I have 8 shots in the mag, so that I can alt-fire twice, with each one consuming 4 shots before I need to reload. There are certain weapons where you prefer larger mag versus faster reload. Like, I would say Tenet Arcaplasma, I think, has about, is it 8 shots in the mag? Big enough and shoots slow enough that I'm not too worried about a mag size, but god does it have awful reload speed. So, because reload speed for shotguns as the prime mod is 100, and this mag cap one is 110, they're roughly rather similar in actual performance, so I'd normally say you want both so you can decide which one feels better on a weapon for quality of life. We also have Prime Bane of Corrupted. Now, if you're doing endurance stuff, or you're doing disruptions for hard stuff, and if you want to run some more of a, what is it again, Conjunction Survival, yeah, in Lua, then this could be pretty handy. It's obviously not mandatory, but I would strongly recommend picking it up, especially because Bane's double dip on dot build. Now, as we have our Prisma Hecate Syandana. This is like the, I guess, void tinted version of the Rakta one that's shown up here. Honestly, I find this does look a little bit better, but neither of these are really my taste. Pick it if you want. We have our Prisma Sigil, which is beneath my chest plate. You can't really see it, but it's literally shaped like this, just so you know. It is a chest sigil, not something on your shoulder or whatnot. Prisma Skana. I would really recommend picking this up because, well, unless you are one of those 1 in a million founders that still exist to this day that had Skana Prime, Prisma Skana is the best sword in the game because the Incarnon form exists. It has good slash weight, still, not like, oh, top tier, but it's much through and through a slash weapon with solid crit and multipliers and status. So if you want an actual sword to use, this is the best sword. Now, if you just want a stat stick, the normal Skana gives better Incarnon perks. And when you're using stat sticks, the original stats on the weapon don't matter, just the perks, which is why the normal Skana is used as a stat stick, but the Prisma Skana is the one that's used as an actual weapon for the Incarnon form. Gross Strike 3 Beacon, if you're farming them, well, it's in shop again. We have Teer Tribute Glaive. This is for your, like, up top there if you want it. Teer Earpiece, if you want to play a little bit of Covert Black Ops, and, well, now you have your communications piece there. Twin Krakata's Tosan Skin returns once again if you want to pick them up. Prisma Angstrom. Now, this actually is a pretty funny one. It has an Incarnon mode now, and I would recommend you trying this just for the funsies, because, let me tell you, the bullets that it fires, pretty satisfying. Is it meta? I think it's pretty far from it, but Prisma Angstrom Incarnon is a far cry from being bad. It's very fun and hilarious to use because Angstrom only requires body shots. Just like Torrid, it was changed after launch. Just like Torrid Incarnon, the Prisma Angstrom now only requires 3 body shots to charge its Incarnon meter, which also makes it easy to charge in normal star chart, but also it means since you're not even aiming at heads on Steel Path, it's less likely to accidentally kill and ignore multi-shot, which is the current problem that normal Incarnons have when you try to charge on headshots. If you kill early, then all of the remaining multi-shot will not count as hits for charges. Okay, so we have a Teer stencil that you can put in your orbiter or in your dojo if you want that. Actually, no, I don't think you can put that in your dojo. We have our Prisma Avia chest plate returning this time with the entire rest of the collection too. The shoulder pieces and the leg pieces. They all look like this. If you want to pick them up, it is available. Paracesis Elixir skin comes too. Honestly, I find the Elixir line is very ceremonial, but it looks amazingly well on these large melees that have like uninterrupted metallic surfaces for it to etch its pattern on. It just looks so nice. Prime Rubedo-Lined Barrel. If you want your arch guns or your Necramech exalted weapon to be relevant, grab this. Like this is the only way to get it is when Baro brings it, and it makes such a big difference. It also will help you a ton for profit taker loadouts if you'd like to run that. So please, please, please do pick this up. We have our Deimos Isis Prex 2 as well that you can put in your dojo or in your orbiter. Telemon Dance of Death, another decoration, one of those skulls. Seems like somebody's growing way too many crystals out of their head. We have our Ultra Sentinel Mask. If you, it doesn't even. Oh, it's the tiny little thing here. But that's available. We have a domestic dice drone if you want it for your orbiter or your dojo. Remember, if you put it in your dojo, you will not be able to take it back, but this is what it looks like. Sends of Naros Blueprint, as always. And Fey Path Ephemera. And of course, if you show up with an Naros Prime, then the Lost Signal item will also appear in Baro's inventory, which is an escort mission for Baro himself. And, well, as I always say, what do you get? Well, you're going to have to do it yourself to find out. That's what Baro has brought for this week on March 22nd to the Orcus Relay again on Pluto. Reminder that later today at 2 p.m. ET, which is roughly 5 hours from now, DE is going to be hosting a dev stream for Dante's return once more. So do stay tuned for that. I will be co-streaming myself if you want to see it there and my thoughts. A like and subscribe always goes a long way to help the channel, or feel free to leave a comment too as well. Thank you all for watching, and that'll be it for this one. See you all later.